Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had a few comments recently of people saying it's all very well and good for me to tell you how to do things, but they're not sure where to start in terms of building a toolkit. So I thought I would just do a quick video on showing you everything that you need for a basic toolkit. So yeah, I'll quickly run through. First off, you need a tool bag or a toolbox. I wanted to show you this one that I've got. It's an ox tool bag. I really like it. First off, you've got this section here at the front for your handsaw, and it's reinforced as well, so if you don't have the protective sleeve, it's still going to be reinforced to stop the saw cutting through the fabric. It's got loads and loads of pockets on it, on the outside, all around. I like that because you can put drill bits, screws, you can have all stray little bits and pieces, so that when you're actually on a job, all you have to do is carry the tool bag and you've got everything that you're going to need. As well as that, and this is the bit I love, is you've got the pencil holders. You've got the pencil holders on the side here, so you can store a couple of pencils. I've got a knife clipped to one. The three basic things that you need at all times on you are a pencil, a knife and a tape measure. You need to have them at all times. You never know when you're going to need them, and you're going to need them a lot. So yeah, it's got that bit there, and now this I love. It's got a little business card holder, so I can keep my business cards in there, so when I'm walking around from job to job I can pick up my bag. As I'm leaving, I've got little invoice cards that I've written on the back the details, and I just have to fill in the amount the customer owes. Just whip one out of there, hand it to them as I'm walking out the door. Perfect. So yeah, that's the bag. Feel free to get any bag that you like. I like this one. Start off, you're going to need a good set of screwdrivers. You want the slotted screwdrivers. There's going to be all different gauge sizes, so try and buy a set rather than buying individual screwdrivers. When you're getting started, try and buy a set. So you get all the different size slotted screwdrivers, and you want the different size posi drive and Phillips screwdrivers as well. You can get shorter ones, you can get longer ones. Great. Always really handy to have a really long one as well. I can't quite remember when I've used it, but I've used the long one quite a lot. So yeah, get yourself a set of screwdrivers. The other thing I've already got in here, safety glasses. Very handy to have a pair of safety glasses. You want to use these when you're cutting especially, or even if you're doing a little bit of demolition work. Have your safety glasses on, protect your eyes, protect yourself, that's the most important thing. Then we're going to add to it, you want a smoothing plane. I've just got a basic Irwin record plane. Best way to store these is you want to get a rubber mat and store it so it stops anything that's around in the bottom of the tool bag hitting against the blade. Make sure the blade's retracted, and then put it in, I'll show you this, so that the base of the plane is against the side of the tool bag. Can you see that? Cool. And that's basically, if anything's floating around in the bottom, it's not going to hit the blade, it's not going to ruin the blade. The last thing you want is a dull blade. You want your two squares. First off, combination square. This one slides back and forth, so you can set that to, it's got, as you can see, it's got the numbers on there, you've got the inches, and you've got the millimetres on the bottom. So basically you can set that to the length you require, and you can make a mark all down a piece of wood at the length you require. So we're going to chuck that in there as well. And then you've got your standard tri-square, and that is for marking straight lines and also checking the squareness. If you've built a frame, you can check the squareness of your frame. Handy to have. You don't always need both, but it's handy to have both. So if you can get both, get both. Always need a claw hammer. I love a good claw hammer. You want to make sure it's got a comfort grip, so that when you're using it, that's going to help your hands. You're not going to get rough and calloused hands. I've got a 16 ounce, you can see written on there, 16 ounce. A lot of people like 16 or 20 ounce, personal preference. I used to use a 20 ounce hammer quite a lot, but I've recently started using the 16. I don't think it's too much different, and I actually quite like the 16. It's a little bit lighter, but I can still get the same results from it. So yeah, make sure you have a good claw hammer. Other two things you're going to want is a junior hacksaw. That's good for if you're cutting any small screws, cutting spindles for door handles, always come in handy. and your coping saw as well. If you're cutting skirting, or even if you want to cut a slight curve into something, you need a coping saw for that. Bevel is always handy to have. That's just to find angles, and then once you've found the angle, by making sure this bit and this bit are flat, square, tight to a piece of wood, that'll tell you the angle you want to cut, and then you can mark it on whatever you're cutting. And once you're finished, just simply fold it away like that. And again, you've got the pockets on the side of this bag, so you can just slide it in there, and the next time you want to use it, you know it's there, and you can just pull it out. You don't have to fumble around in the bottom of the bag. Have some screwdriver bits in the toolkit as well. This one's great because it's got a magnetic bit holder. It's got loads of Phillips 1s, 2s and 3s, posi drives 1s, 2s and 3s, and then the longer ones as well. And it's got a torque section up there. It hasn't got any of the slotted ones in there, but to be honest, I haven't found I use them quite a lot. And as long as you've got the slotted screwdriver in your bag, that should be all that you need. This one comes in a case, so that when you're not using it, you do it up, and they're not going to fly everywhere. Have a couple of clamps as well. Clamps are always handy. I've got a light duty one there, and then the heavy duty one as well. If you need to secure some timber to the workbench as you're cutting it, you want to be able to keep the clamps on you for that. Even if you're drilling into the edge of the door, if you've hung some doors yourself and you're cutting the tube latches in, it's always good to clamp the edge of the door so that when you drill the hole into the edge for the tube latch, it doesn't cause the door to split. I always use the heavy duty clamp for that. I just find it's a little bit stronger. Last thing you're going to want is a set of chisels. Always keep the guards on them. That way, if you do take them out of the case and you put them in the bag, you're not going to dull the blades again, so the guards are really important. These ones have got the metal striking cap, and the metal goes all the way through the chisel as well, so that when you hit the striking cap, it's directing as much force as possible to the end of the chisel. But yeah, it's got all the sizes you're going to need in there. It's good to invest in a nice set of chisels as well. You want ones that are good quality, and they aren't just going to snap or go dull really quickly. And then, very last thing, obviously this isn't going to fit into the bag, but you want your spirit levels. The 3 common sizes that the spirit levels come in are the 2 foot, the 4 foot, which is this one, and the 6 foot. This one that I've got here, it's got comfort grips, so if you're going to hold it up, then you can hold the comfort grips. Just show you like that. And you've got the comfort grips there, which is a quite nice addition. And then you can see the bubble from the sides, both sides, and you can see it from the top as well. See it from the top as well. And then I doubt this is going to zoom in, but as well as seeing this one from both sides, in the edge it's got a reflective strip so that you can see it. Good reading, but I'm not sure I'm doing that. But that's the spirit level as well. You're always going to need the spirit levels because you're going to be doing work that's level and plumb. That's the basic toolkit that you need. I've just run through pretty much all the initial stuff that you're going to want, and when we come to the videos get a little bit more advanced, if we start using other tools that aren't in this toolkit, I'll let you know, and then you can add them to your toolkit as well. Yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.